What's going on, YouTube? This is What Would Josh Do, and I've got an unboxing of a phone today. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Go ahead and pull this out. Now, I do also want to show you something pretty awesome about this. So there's one, there's two. Okay, so there's two, and you want to know how much we paid for these things? Yeah, if you're following me on Twitter, I tweeted a link to this phone, $10. $10 at Walmart. And to top it off, I actually have some more of these things. Look at this was $10. We brought the ad in and we showed them, and some Walmarts were complaining, some let us have some. So they're just $10 each, and I have several people in my family that have Straight Talk. One of them is using a phone with Android 2.3, a single core 800 megahertz processor. It's like a Ascend Y or something. I don't know, but every time they're like, every time I touch it, I don't, it's so slow, it's so bad. Well, they are going to get a very nice Christmas present, and they don't have to know that these were only $10 each. So these are some of the ones I bought. I'm gonna go ahead and open up just one of these. This one comes with a bonus shell, so let's go ahead and open up that one. These are just the plain ones that don't have that, so there we go. For those of you wondering what the heck I'm doing with so many of them, they're only $10. $10. So we ordered a few. You're allowed to get two at a time, and the other two were ordered online because finally it said add to cart for just a couple minutes, and I tweeted about it, and then they were gone again. So $10, man, for a Moto E. Nothing to complain about there. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this, and you'll see that it is a Moto E. It has Android 4.4. This could get updated to Android 5.0. I'm not sure, but it could. It has a 5 megapixel camera, pretty good battery life. If you watch my videos, you'll know that we did the Moto G a little while back, and I used that phone for, I'd say a little over a month, and I had no complaints with it. My biggest complaint with the Moto G was that it didn't have 4G LTE, but it picked up HSPA Plus, which was getting me about 16 to 18 down with T-Mobile, and I even posted an Instagram photo several months back about that. So the Moto G was a very good phone for the price. Typically, this is a $100 phone, so we're going to see if this phone is worth $100. I'm going to give it an honest effort to try it out. I may not be able to put service on it, but I will try it out. So Straight Talk is like a prepaid service. Again, several people in my wife's side of the family have Straight Talk. One of them doesn't even have an Android device. It's a little bitty bar phone. A little bitty bar phone. It's they're gonna be like, what do I do with the smartphone? I have no idea. I can't wait to give these things out, man. They're gonna make great $10 Christmas presents. But so $45 for talk, text, and data. No contract 30-day plan, unlimited nationwide talk, text, and data. How it works, you dial the number, you can pause that and read it for yourself. It says here that it has Android, a 1,980 milliamp-hour battery, which isn't bad. I mean, to put that in perspective, the Samsung Galaxy S3, I believe, had an 1,800 or 1,600 milliamp-hour battery. So it's 16 or 1,800. I don't know. It's been a long time since I got my S3. But 4.3-inch screen, so for those of you that don't want a ginormous, massive phone called the Nexus 6 or even the really big Note 4, I mean, just, like, it dwarfs it. That's insane. So let's go ahead and open this thing up and get into this. More information here. It's a 1.2 gigahertz dual core, so it should be plenty fast. It's going to be way better than an 800 megahertz single core. That's for damn sure. It's got Bluetooth 4.0, all-day battery, 3G and Wi-Fi, so it probably does not pick up HSPA Plus, but hey, it's a cheap phone. You can add a micro SD card, which is a big deal because this only has 4 gigs of internal storage. So with the micro SD card, you can mess with that. I am going to check into rooting and seeing if I can unlock the bootloader on it, install recovery and Super SU, and then if you can do that, you can move apps to the external SD card with folder mount and have way more storage than just the 4 gigs. So, continuing on, it does have an FM radio, which is cool. We can listen to the FM radio with it if you plug in earphones, which will act as the antenna. GPS capabilities. So let's go ahead and open this up here at the top. Here we go. Just open it up right here. Well, maybe. I don't even care. I want this open. All right. there you go. Open this thing up, and there's the thing. Do not remove label until time of activation. You know what? I don't care. I'm gonna remove the label. So peel. There we go. Peel this. Peel this. Now yours may not come with the extra like case thing. I don't know. And this deal is over, by the way. For those of you that are like, hey, I want to go get a phone for $10. I tweeted when this was happening. It was a $10 phone for 1 day. 1 day was $10. And I tweeted about it. That's why if you're not following me, you're going to miss out on stuff. I tweet every time there's a really good deal. Like Xbox Live was like 24, or no, PlayStation was 24 something, and Xbox Live was like $35. And I tweeted that out because it's like, I want everybody to know when good deals are happening. I'll clean that later. There is a booklet on the back of it that includes some information that you need to give them when you go to the website or call the number to activate the device. So pull that aside. $15 for unlimited nationwide calling, also $30 for unlimited that. Home phone, download the free Walmart app, blah, 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 Straight Talk, good to know tips. You've got this guide that'll show you how to use your phone, I'm assuming, and it looks like it's English and Spanish. Yeah, about your Straight Talk wireless service, how to use your phone, and then more information about how to activate this thing. And there we go, Wi-Fi, auto updates, pictures, managing your data usage, track data usage. So, information on that. Let's check this out. This opens up like that, apparently. It comes with a charger. The cable's built into it, so if this gets broken or worn out, you'll have to replace this entire thing, which I'm not a fan of. But at the same time, you can't lose your micro USB cable and have just this and not have that, or not have this, just have that. So it's good in some ways, bad in other ways. More information. This is the extra little color cover thing, so we can make it different colors. Go ahead and check that out as well. Alright, so more information, probably a quick start guide or something. Yes, let's get started. It's a quick start guide. Also, another back. Pull this one off. And then the phone. Not last, but definitely not least. Biggest reason you got this phone. Okay, so here's the back. You can obviously choose which color you want on there. I'm probably just going to go with the black. I might actually give this to one of the people we're giving the phones to. So where is the, okay, so there's the micro SD card or the SIM card. Where is the SIM card? Where are you hiding? Does it, oh, it doesn't have a SIM card. Okay, so this is a CDMA device, not a GSM device. And it looks like the battery is non-removable, so you will not be able to remove that. And there's your little camera. So yeah, looks like you just yeah, it says right there micro SD, so you can take a little 8 gig micro SD card, which by the way, these little things do support micro USB OTG, so you can stick a 128 gig micro SD card in there like such, and then you can watch a 1080, well, a 720p movie, or 1080p maybe. It may not play that, but it'll probably play a 720p with a dual core. And so you can throw your music and your movies and stuff that's really, really big, but you don't even have to have that, because you can just go ahead and throw a 32 gig on that SD card right there. Or alternatively, you got one of these little things that'll plug into the bottom, and you can throw your movies and pictures and music and stuff on there. I did a video on all this stuff on the Nexus 6, and that video also does apply to this one too. So these are all just little micro USB OTG cables that give you expandable storage. But again, this has expandable storage, so you do not have to have that. Alright, so we're several minutes into this, and I'm just now peeling this thing off. That's how I do it here. If you're not seen any of my videos before, you may not know that, but if you have seen my videos before, that's how we roll. It takes us a few minutes to actually get to the part that some of you only care about, and I apologize about those people. So right away, let's go ahead and do the infamous little bootloader thing here without even like turning it on for the very first time, because that's also how we do things here. So it might need to be charged. I don't know yet. Okay, so luckily we have one of these little cables lying around here. We're going to plug that in, and it looks like it was completely dead. So there we go. Turning on. Whatever. Let's just let it boot up. Let's just let it boot up. It is what it is. All right. So right away, little bitty phone, tiny little thing. Let's click start or activate. No, it's not activated at the moment. Hit start. Is there only? It's the only thing you can do is activate. Activating. Please follow the instructions right here. The time is complete. No, go home. I don't want to activate. So do I have to activate? Do I have to add service on this thing to use it? I mean, I know how to use it as a phone, but I just plan on connecting it to the Wi-Fi. Activate. Then listens to the instructions. Speaker. Welcome to over-the-air programming. Yeah, it doesn't use a SIM card. This is a CDMA device. Okay, so one thing I was able to do is get to the apps, and you can see that you have 2 gigs free, which is actually not bad at all, considering the fact that this phone I was telling you about at the beginning of the video, I tried to install SwiftKey on her phone, and it had less than 10 megabytes available. So this is a huge, huge increase from that. So 2 gigs free to install apps. I mean, if you're getting a little $100 phone, that's not a bad deal. All right, accept and continue. So now it's finally letting us get through all this stuff here. It just picks up 2.4 gigahertz. So that's not too bad. 2.4 gigahertz, everybody has that versus 5 gigahertz that not everybody has. One thing right away that I notice is that typing on this thing is insane, especially when you're used to a screen like this where all of your buttons, which I use SwiftKey by the way, so I have a different keyboard, but all your buttons are literally the size of your finger. When on here, it's like I got to use my thumbnail to hit the letters. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hit connect. This is definitely for those people out there that are interested in getting those phones. This is probably not going to be for the people that are like not interested in this phone at all. After you enter in your email and password, if it was correct, you'll hit continue. It'll take you to a screen that says OK or cancel. You'll hit OK. This is definitely the phone that I'm going to be playing with and, seeing how you root it, seeing, if it's a good phone or not. I won't be able to use Straight Talk. I mean, if I need to use Straight Talk someday, I will, but I don't need to right now. So we're gonna see. I don't know. I won't be able to use it like out in the go, but let's start migrate. What does this do? Android or iPhone. So we'll go say you're coming from an iPhone. So next, what happens here? Sign into your iCloud account and hit next. Actually, I had an iPhone for a week, so let me go ahead and try that. Okay, so finally remembered my password. It says 2 contacts, 2 minutes to transfer, sign into Google. So we hit sign into Google and it says checking if you are signed in. You may need to sign in again. Okay, so yeah, that's just how you do that. I'm gonna go ahead and exit that because I don't want to transfer stuff over. We're not gonna do that either. Let's go ahead and start new. All right, here's the home screen. And that's what it looks like. This is very, very, very small. This is tiny. This is absolutely itty bitty. Obviously, I don't want it to download Grand Theft Auto because if it even did attempt to run on here, it would not run very well. So let's go ahead and stop that. And that's actually too big for it, unless we install it to the SD card, which there isn't a way to do that. So like if we take, let's take a app, for example, Root Checker Pro, and we'll go to App Info. And there's not an option to move it to the SD card from within here. So if you, again, root this device, if you install folder mount, I have a video showing how to move all of your apps to external storage, and you can get a 32 gig SD card, and you can download that 2-3 gig game and play it on here. Obviously, it's just a dual core, so it won't be able to run it as well as a 2.7 gigahertz Snapdragon 805 quad core beast processor, but that's not why you get this phone. You get this phone to save money and to have Android, and it's smooth. There's not a hint of lag at the moment. It only comes with 1 gig of RAM, but honestly, with AOSP Android, meaning this device is pure Google, I mean, maybe a couple tweaks here and there added from Motorola, but most of it's going to be pure Android, the way Google meant Android to be. So it's installing all of my apps, but it comes with very, very little apps right away. See, there's only 2 They're barely over 2 screens, but I installed Twitch, I installed SDMate, I installed Root Checker, I installed Rotate, I installed Minecraft and Chrome to Phone, and so a lot of these are apps that are re-downloading, as you can see right there. So comes with very, very little apps by default. As you saw, you have 2 gigs of space available. If you do not plan on rooting it, you have just 2 gigs of space available, which is perfectly fine. And unless you're downloading a game that is graphic intensive, you're not going to have to worry about that 2 gig limit. This is going to be a much better decision versus one of those crappy little phones. I definitely recommend getting a Moto E. And that's a nice texture. It's like a rubber, like not plastic. It actually feels good. I like it. And get Google Now. You'll definitely want to hit next, and then yes, I'm in. And now if you swipe up like this, it'll launch your Google Now, and it'll give you cards. Obviously, there's a update to the Google search in the Play Store, so we need to install that. Let's go ahead and hit update, and then accept. And there's not really any lag. It's responsive. I mean, it's definitely, a phone that you're going to pay $100 for. you're not paying $800, $900 for this phone. You're paying just $100 for it. So keep that in mind. All right, so we're going to go ahead and install Dragonfly and see how well that performs on here. A little thing popped up talking about a flight that is happening tomorrow. But so that's that Google Now kicking in and helping us out there. All right, so these are your notifications. You just clear them away by hitting that little button there, or you can hit this to get over here, and you can go ahead and toggle your brightness and slide it up and down to go ahead and turn it up or down. And then, so if you want to do it real quickly in bed, just bring down 2 fingers and hit brightness. So 2 fingers takes you to your quick toggles, and 1 finger brings you right to your notifications. So you can bring down, let's go ahead and accept all these little updates here. All right, so 2 fingers, and then you can hit that to get to your notifications, or 1 finger to get your notifications, press that to get over there. And these are just your quick toggles, so like you could jump right to your battery to see how well your battery's doing. It has power saver, which is cool. So we'll go ahead and toggle the Wi-Fi there. So you press on that, it'll take you to your Wi-Fi, and you can see. Also, I recommend going to advanced, and then turn your Wi-Fi notifications off. I definitely recommend doing that. It won't notify you of Wi-Fi that's available around you. I hope when you're at home, you'll be connected to your Wi-Fi. When you're out and about, you'll be connected to your thing, and then you can always just go to the place and bring down 2 fingers, click on that, and see if there's any Wi-Fi around you. Also, I recommend unchecking scanning always available. Some apps are going to throw a fit about that. Avoid poor connections. Go ahead and uncheck that too. Just so like if you don't have the best Wi-Fi in the world, it won't kick you off your Wi-Fi and then use your data, which may be limited or slower than the Wi-Fi that it thinks is a poor connection. And also Wi-Fi optimization, go ahead and turn that off. It will use full Wi-Fi instead of powering up and down the Wi-Fi, making it slower or faster. Just go ahead and turn that off. So let's go ahead and dig into the settings that we have available here and see if there's anything that sticks out under display. Not much. Pulse notification light, that wasn't checked by default. So there is a little notification light up here. You saw when I very first turned the phone on. You can cast the screen. You can set the timeout. I like setting mine to like 2 to 5 minutes because 99% of the time, if I want to turn my screen off, I'm just going to go ahead and hit that power button to turn it off manually. So go and unlock it. And, from here, you can also set like your lock screen and stuff by going to security and then screen lock. And you can do like a pattern where you have a pattern. So let's go ahead and go back, and you can choose password, pin, pattern, slide, or none. I either choose slide or pattern. That's what I recommend doing. Make passwords visible. You do not want that checked because if you type something in, people will be able to see it. I'm going to uncheck verify apps and unknown sources and press OK, just because I'm not a developer, but someone that knows what they're doing. So you have Motorola privacy. Let's help improve Motorola products. Moto Care. No, I don't want any of that. Add a Google account. So under About Device, if you go to build number, which you can also see we are on 444. So this is running the absolute very latest version of KitKat. So that's nice. And it may get updated to Lollipop. We don't know. That's something you'll have to just wait for the future to tell. So okay. Now we're a developer, and you can make your phone a little bit faster by going here and turning the animation scale down to 0.5. It'll just make the animations a little bit quicker, so your device will feel a little bit snappier. And that's about it. Let's go ahead and run Dragonfly, and we are also installing some other apps, updating things, and etc. So let's just see how this goes. Hit OK. We're almost done with the video here. Update Google Play Services. All right. Update. Accept. All right, so Google Play Services updated. Just go ahead and open it up. And once it opens up, you can go ahead and back out of it. I'll show you some couple things that I like to do under my security options, or Google Play Services, sorry. So under here to security, you can choose to remotely locate the device, meaning you can go to your browser and type android.com/device manager and locate this device right here. So if you left it at the store, or if you left it in your friend's car, or you purposely left it in your friend's car, you can go to android.com/device manager and locate the device and find out where it's at all times. You obviously have to click the little button that says locate, and it's like you hit it, it updates, you hit it, it updates. It's not like a continuous tracking thing, but you can keep hitting it all you want. Also, if you have this on silent or vibrate, if you go to android.com/device manager, you'll be able to ring this device, and it will make it ring at full volume. So if it's in the couch cushion or somewhere and you can't find it and you had it on vibrate or silent, it will ring this device and you'll be able to hear it just fine. You'll also be able to remotely lock it and erase it. So if someone stole it and you know that, you can go ahead and lock it and erase it, and they have to sign in with their own Google account if they know how to do a factory reset in the bootloader. So that's that. Now let's go back to Dragonfly. Also, this is your recent apps. Just go ahead and press the little recent apps button and slide everything away that's running. That will free up RAM. Again, this only has 1 gig, which isn't bad. It's much better than the old days. But it's not 2 or 3 gigs. But then again, you're only paying $100 for the phone. All right, so let's go ahead and see how well Dragonfly runs, and then we'll end the video. Yeah, okay, I'm definitely not going crazy. These speakers are actually on the front here. I don't believe it's stereo. No, it's definitely off of this one speaker right here. But it's on the front, which is nice. Yeah, when you put your ear right here, you can hear it very, very loudly. So, okay, let's go ahead and thanks. Let's go ahead and hit settings. And we will display the frame rate. Okay, and we'll hit start. This little first part here can get a little bit annoying, because it's not very clear on what it wants you to do. It just kind of, you just get to the finish line here, and there we go. Now we can put it to tutorial, and we can go to the real game and play this for real. Okay, so you'll notice a little sync down there, the frames per second. It'll tell you how well it's doing. So it's getting about 59 to 60 until you get like, there's definitely parts where it dropped down to like 32 and 20, but it's definitely not running slow or choppy. And there is an option in here to choose slow device if you're using a single core 800 megahertz, crappy phone. But you do not have to choose slow device on here, because this is not a slow device. It's keeping up with this game, and hey, if you're interested in this phone and you have $100, I say go for it. See, look at that. It's no problem getting 60 frames per second. Every once in a blue moon, dropping down to a little bit less than that. And then also, if you're playing a game like this where it's completely full screen, just kind of slide up or this way. Sometimes it'll be this way, sometimes it's this way, and then you can get to your home button there. So that's about it. I may come back with another video of this phone if people request it later on in the future, after I've had more time to play with it, and after I feel I can give you a decent review of how I feel about a little tiny phone like this. This is really little. Like, this is absolutely tiny compared to other phones that are out there. That is, I gotta zoom out a little bit, show you all that. That's kind of crazy. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. This is What Would Josh Do, and I'm out.